So should you put Rutherford, New Jersey on your home shopping list? Well, I'm in the car, so let's go for a little trip, shall we? Hey, so what's going on, everybody? It's Bob Dzienis with Coldwell Banker here in northern New Jersey. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So today I'm going to be talking about Rutherford, New Jersey. It's a great town here in southern Bergen County. And before I get into the pros and cons, let me just give you the lay of the land of Rutherford. So like I said, Rutherford is in southern Bergen County. It's surrounded by towns like Lyndhurst, Carlstadt, Clifton is nearby, and also here you'll find East Rutherford. And if you've heard about East Rutherford, then you know about MetLife Stadium. That's where the Jets and the Giants play. You've also got the American Dream Mall there with a ton of shopping, as well as a huge entertainment complex as well. So that's right next door to Rutherford. Rutherford is about 12 miles west of New York City, so it's super convenient to New York. Really simple to get to. There's a bunch of commuting options for you. So not only is Rutherford drivable to New York City and other points, but you've got train service as well as bus. Major highways that are nearby are Route 17, you've got Route 3, as well as Route 21. And I would describe Rutherford as a pretty densely suburban town. It's got some beautiful architecture, some old Victorian homes are here. And when it comes to renting versus owning, about 40% of the residents here rent, and then another 60% or so actually own their homes. But like I said, it's super convenient. It's got some great appeal to it. So I'm going to take you around, talk about those pros and cons. So regarding home prices, just to give you some perspective, this is September 2023. Residential homes are going for about the high 500s, low 600s. Of course, that's all going to depend on bedroom, bath count, updates, those types of things. Condos typically go for the, let's say, low to mid $300,000 range. Of course, that's going to depend again on bed and bath count as well as amenities. You've got some multifamilies here as well, so multifamily homes are going for about the $800,000 range or so. And if you're looking for a rental, like I said, commuting is really accessible to New York City here, so rentals are pretty popular. You're typically going for about $2,000, maybe a little bit less. And then if you're considering actually renting a home, that can go up to about $5,000 a month or so. And when it comes to taxes, well, this is New Jersey, so taxes tend to be a little bit higher. Here in Rutherford, you're looking at about an average of about $13,000. So not horrible. There's other towns which are much higher, but not too bad for New Jersey standards. All right, so let's get into some of the pros of living here in Rutherford, New Jersey. So if you're looking for some charm and character, you'll definitely find it here in Rutherford, New Jersey. Some beautiful architecture is here. From older colonial and Victorian style homes, there's just some really beautiful home styles. So let's drive around a little bit. Let's go take a look at some of the home styles on some of the streets here. All right, a second pro of living here in Rutherford, New Jersey is definitely the schools. So I'm a fan of niche.com, niche.com. I tell most of my clients to use that as a starting point, but if you go on niche.com, you'll be able to see ratings of the schools here in Rutherford. And niche.com is actually giving them an A rating, but I always recommend make sure you do your research on Google. But if you read the reviews on niche.com, there's a lot of positive feedback in regards to the schools. So there's 3 elementary schools here. You've got Pierpont, you've got Lincoln, as well as Washington. The middle school is Union, and then the high school is Rutherford High School. So again, do your due diligence, definitely do your research, check niche.com as a starting point. Schools are one of the factors that people love about living here. All right, another pro about living here in Rutherford, New Jersey is definitely just the downtown area. Rutherford has an incredible downtown. You've got restaurants, you've got bars, you've got all kinds of shopping opportunities there as well. There's definitely a trendy vibe when you're walking through the downtown area, so you definitely want to check it out. Some of the best restaurants are here in Rutherford. One of my favorites is the Risotto House. house, bring a bottle of wine, and the food there is actually really quite delicious. Then there's a restaurant called Elia. It's actually in East Rutherford, but it literally is on the border of Rutherford itself. For those of you that have been in the area for a long time, you know that this used to be the Park and Orchard restaurant for at least 40 years. And the food there was spectacular, but Elia is a Mediterranean restaurant, actually bought out the Park and Orchard. I had a little birthday celebration there recently. The food was spectacular. They actually have a bar there that you can hang out and have a drink and just chill out. It's really, really good. So when you come to Rutherford, you definitely want to check out the downtown area itself. There's a lot going on. It's definitely hopping. Hey, so if you're a resident of Rutherford, give us a recommendation in the comments below of where to eat. If you have a favorite restaurant, definitely comment below. All right, another pro of living here in Rutherford is definitely commutability. You've got buses that come right through here. You've also got a train station right in the downtown area, right off of Park Ave. And then you can easily hop, skip, and jump right into New York City. So not only is public transportation really accessible, but drivability is excellent. So with Route 17, Route 3, as well as Route 21, you can easily jump on Route 3 and drive right into Midtown New York City. So Rutherford has a lot of commuters that are going into New York City. It just makes it really accessible and easy. That is one factor that is really a pro about living here. All right, let's get into a couple of the cons about living here in Rutherford. One con that some people might feel is that it definitely gets a little busy here. Some people love the hustle and bustle of the downtown area, but sometimes traffic can get a little dicey, right? For instance, when a train comes, the gates come down around Park Avenue, so that can really kind of block traffic sometimes. But also savvy commuters who are driving, they know that Rutherford can be a cut through to get you from one area to another. So for instance, if there, let's say, is some traffic that might be on Route 3, you can kind of cut through Rutherford to get you onto Route 17 and then take that north into northern Bergen County. So it definitely can get a little busy when a train comes, you know, people are dropping off or picking people up. So that sometimes can create a little havoc there, especially around the circle sometimes. So if you like that hustle and bustle and that activity, Rutherford might be the town for you. All right, one other con about Rutherford, New Jersey is airplane noise. So right nearby is Teterboro Airport. If you're not familiar with Teterboro, it's more of a municipal type of airport. So your Gwyneth Paltrow's and J-Lo's are renting planes and landing here because it's so close to New York City. But it's also used by a lot of corporations that have executive jets as well. So regarding airplane noise, well, Rutherford sits at the end of one of the runways, actually, of Teterboro. So it's basically in a flight path of the airport. So since a lot of jets come in and out throughout the day, it really can get a little bit noisy. And some of that's just going to depend on which direction the planes are coming in and which way they're leaving. So I'm sitting in a Marshall's parking lot, which is here in East Rutherford. I'm actually going to see if I can show you one of those planes taking off. So let's see what happens. There goes another airplane. And another airplane. All right, so there you go. Some pros and cons of living in Rutherford, New Jersey. It's definitely a great town with a great vibe, some old history. That downtown area is really appealing for a lot of people. So listen, if you have any questions whatsoever about real estate here in northern New Jersey, if you have questions about Rutherford, feel free to reach out. My information's coming across the screen right now. I'm happy to answer any specific questions you have about real estate here in northern New Jersey. So again, I'm Bob Dzienis with Coldwell Banker. I want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.